Alright, we're not finished with it, but we are partially through the dual exhaust job that we talked about, I think, last week. So we've kind of got everything mocked up in here. I set the mufflers kind of level of where I wanted the tailpipes to come out. When you're building custom pipes, most of the time there's a big hump right here to offset the travel of the axle to the bump stop. Now, I know in the camera maybe it doesn't look like it, but I'm sitting there already. So we went with 2 MagnaFlow mufflers, obviously. We were able to run pretty much straight on out. Everything's tucked up in here. You know, we're well above where that is. As we step under here, kind of look at it from this angle. We've got everything tacked in there. Mufflers are even. That's just me kind of being picky. When I do my hangers, I really like to bend them around. So we're tacked here. We're going to bring it right on there and do a nice clean weld. Most guys will weld it on the side of the pipe, and even if you roll it around, that's fine. But this is a lot more structural here to where it does a better job. So we're going to do that on this side. On the back there, we'll roll those down and around. As we come on forward, you'll see what we did here. This is 2.5-inch aluminized pipe. And like I said, we're just tacked together, so no finish welds. We still need to do that. We're gonna bend this one back. I don't know if I'm gonna be here when we get it finished. I was here mainly to help bend it. You really can't keep it symmetrical because of the transfer case here. But as we step back, that's essentially the goal, is to bring it around and down and then come back to where everything's even. So that's probably a little bit better way to see it. You see this side here, obviously I got room for days, but this side here I have to suck it up in order to get around that transfer case. So that's why it's a little different, as well as the way these manifolds are. One of them's almost 90 degrees down. And so this is roughly an 80-degree bend here, as well as the stock manifold is a 2-inch down pipe. So we down swedged 2 1/4 to give them as much flow as possible, and trapped the flange on there, and then obviously 2 1/4 into 2 1/2 on that side. Similar situation. Let me see if I can put some light on this. This one comes out at a 45 degree. As we come down, we flatten out, we come up, plenty of clearance there. Similar situation here. We come out right there, everything comes even, everything's level, and then we run back with our tailpipes there. Everything looks very nice and symmetrical. As we come forward here, oh, this was a good way to look at it as well. Plenty of room here that we didn't have before. That's your oil filter. And then the transmission linkage. I don't know that we can see it, but there's transmission linkage right there. We stayed plenty well away from it. This side here, we were able to bring it down and get around the transfer case. So that's kind of a mocked up system. This is what we took off of it. You can see that, you know, we didn't have the mufflers located in the same place. The headers on it, you know, had some, that center portion was leaking there, which is why we went to manifolds on it. But just a much cleaner, long-term, trouble-free job. And then even as you kind of walk down the side of it, I don't really want to see any of the exhaust. I see it just a little bit right there, but that was so we would stay away from the oil filter, but still nice and level. Hid the mufflers up there. Monster tires on there. Everything's shooting out the back like it's supposed to. I think we're about finished. We got some welding and finish work to do, and we're going to ship it.